Hey, good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California, Tuesday morning sunrise. And the winds are already starting to hoot. Unfortunately, as we've been telling you for at least 3 days now, we are not going to get anything at all accomplished on the rockfish opener here in Southern California. Of course, we've known that for a long time, and I don't think anybody's even trying to run in this. Anybody who's been looking at this knows that this was going to be way too windy, and you ain't seen nothing yet. It is really going to get nasty here later today, and it's going to persist right on through Thursday, and then it's going to leave us with some big seas. We've got some 10 to 14 foot seas here in Southern California, and we're just going to have to wait and see how this all plays out. Those of you on our Island Spirit trip on Friday, we are right in between all of this. We're not sure what we're going to have. That's why we're doing a live interview with Captain Daniel Hottaway from the Island Spirit tomorrow. We'll check out and see what it is we can accomplish on Friday. If anything, it looks like we're going to get a little break in the weather. However, I'm not sure what kind of seas we're going to be left with, and I doubt we're going to be able to fish long like we had planned. We've got a lot to talk about. Let me get set up on this chilly, windy morning here in Southern California. I'll be back with the MB in a
Before
moment.
we get started on today's morning briefing, don't forget, if you're headed to Ensenada, you're going to want to give Zeke Casas a call. Only 15 minutes from downtown, but just check out that spectacular view while in Ensenada, Baja California Norte. And if that garage door is giving you a problem, then you're going to want to call your garage door man. That's Joe Welker. Tax problems? Nobody better than our friend Tim Marquez. Tim's been doing taxes for 35 years. Give the tax man a call today. And for your heating and or air conditioning needs, you're going to want to talk to our dear friend John Lopez at Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning.
Hey, it is really breezy down here this morning, and as I say, it's going to get worse as the day goes on. Hopefully the new mics we've got are going to provide you with good audio here this morning, because it's blowing 15 to 20 so far here this morning. Lots to talk about. You know what time it is. It is time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends, as I take a swig of this undoubtedly cold coffee right now. Lukewarm. I'll take it. Man, it is really starting to blow up here right now. I see the trees back behind me just starting to kind of waver in the wind there. And that jetty, it looks miserable. Way too dangerous to be there. Way too dangerous to be out at sea. If you're a private boater, of course you don't want anything to do with this. We have a gale forecast for later this afternoon, and it's going to blow for at least a couple of days. It looks really nasty. By the time we get to the weekend and into next week, going to have some gorgeous weather. It's going to be really, really nice. But right now, we're dealing with some really crappy weather here in Southern California. If you don't mind, hit that like button, share these videos everywhere. Make sure you subscribe to the Freeman Adventures YouTube channel and tick that little bell. You'll be notified when there is new content. Also follow us over there on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Big night last night. Danny Cadota put on a heck of a show from 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro, California. That was the first of our live shows. As always, Danny's right on, man. He has so much insight and knowledge to share with you all. It was a lot of fun. And then we went over to Tackle Shop Confessions. And I got to tell you, Scott Bucher, Scott, we love you. We had so much fun. Scott was so kind, so thoughtful. He took care of the food. Him and the cranker, Mike Crankovich, they took care of food. We had pizza, we had chicken wings, we had chicken drumsticks, we had salsa, we had homemade salsa from Scott, chips, so much more. Such a great event. So many people showed up to be part of our live studio audience, and literally hundreds of people were tuning in. Chuck Zimmer from Z Custom Rods sent me a screenshot. There was well over 300 people watching at one time last night. It was big show last night. A lot of fun. And Scott also baked a cake for our dear Paulina, my co-host, when I'm down there in Ensenada, Mexico. Her birthday's coming up in a few more days, but we kicked it off. We got to sing happy birthday to Paulina. Scott provided the cake. Scott, way to go. What a great night. Thank you for making it so special. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Paulina. Happy birthday to you. Who's going to blow them out? Michael Emo for Paulina. Yeah, oh my God. Whoa, what's that? Oh my God. Do you have smoke alarms? Oh my God. Scott, those are great.
Paulina's birthday.
I love Scott. Good job, Scott.
How many wishes?
The smoke alarms are going to be
I
going
know,
on.
man. We got to get this thing going here. Let's get it out of here.
The fire department's going to be here. We deeply appreciate it. You can go back now. Those shows are archived for you, both the Danny Cadota show and the Tackle Shop Confession show. Check them out. That was a lot of fun. I know you're going to enjoy it. Man, it is freaking chilly down here. And that ocean, like I say, it is just starting to kick up here. And it's going to be downright nasty here this afternoon and into tomorrow. And we're going to have 10 to 14 foot seas. Man, I'll tell you, it is going to be snotty out on the water. All right, let's get into it. Let's talk long range for a moment because the Independence is headed down to their 16-day range. They're about a day or so away from being down there at about 1,000 miles where they're anticipating some really good yellowfin tuna fishing, some good wahoo fishing. We're going to be watching them very, very closely on this trip. I'll be talking to Captain Brian Pfeiffer and Soda Pop. He is on that trip. And man, I'll tell you, he files some really great and informative reports. So we'll be watching him and everybody on board the Independence right now on their journey down. They kept an eye open for bluefin tuna, but did not come up with anything they thought was interesting at all. So we'll have to wait on that, and hopefully somebody's going to find some fish here. We found the fish earlier this year. In fact, Carlos Cortez out of Popola was just a little ways below Rosarito Beach. He had some bluefin tuna. He got spooled recently on a fish. We've seen some bluefin tuna caught, hooked out of Ensenada. This has been a while now, about a month, I'd say. And then spotter planes out of San Diego have seen bluefin tuna as close as 50 miles from Point Loma. 75 miles. We've had fish off of San Martin Island. We've had fish off of Colonette, 120 miles. San Martin, 140 miles. Off Cedros, 300 miles. But we have yet to make a big catch, and we're just going to have to wait a little bit longer, it appears. Maybe it's La Nina and the colder water temperatures we have, and this wind and weather is certainly going to reduce water temperatures further here in SoCal now. And maybe it's just that we don't have enough coverage. It could very, very well be that. There's a big ocean out there. Check it out. The Eastern Pacific, enigmatic and large. And you throw a couple of boats out there trying to run down some fish here this early in the year, it's very difficult. You throw 20 boats out there, and then you got a chance. Guys are all spread out looking around. Somebody stumbles upon them. So we just need a little more patience, and hopefully we'll come up with that bluefin tuna here very, very soon. Oh, my goodness. It is chilly down here this morning. Hey, don't forget, we have our 5-day trip on board the Independence. It sails April the 21st through the 26th. We're going to change it all around, and then backing us up is, of course, Young's Fishing Tackle. They have a 6-day trip right behind us. It's always great to see Kevin and the gang, Robert Estrada, and all the great folks from Young's Fishing Tackle. In this case, when we come back in and we say, hey, guys, we found them. You get the thump on them. You can still get on our trip. 4 spots left. That's it. So you might want to give the Independence office a call here this morning or go to the website, www.independenceforfishing.com. All right, talking about Mexico, we have seen a good line of yellowtail this year, and I'm talking about a big line. From Cabo San Lucas, they've been catching yellows, La Paz, Loreto, Mulegé, Santa Rosalia, up there at San Quintin. We've seen a lot of yellowtails. Only 140 miles below the border, we've seen yellows in Ensenada from time to time. In fact, Leon Orozco had some good yellow action here on Sunday out of Ensenada. Of course, the kibosh is on right now with this weather, but we've seen good signals and signs. And the last time the San Diego fished the Coronado Islands, they had 8 yellowtail. Nice hit for them. So there's that line of yellows coming up the Baja Coast and hopefully going to filter in here to Southern California as the season plays out. That fish at the Coronado Islands, we've seen fish taken in a variety of different ways. Fly line bait. We've seen fish on the dropper loop down deep. We've seen fish on the surface iron. We've seen fish fly line bait. We've seen fish on the yo-yo iron. So it's all been super interesting. And if we can only get a break from the weather, which we're not going to get for a couple of days, I think we're going to see a good yellowtail year here in SoCal. By the way, just dropped a video that you're going to want to check out. Tuna Riot is putting out these clear poppers that are so effective on a variety of different fish, from bluefin tuna to yellowtail to everything in between. In fact, they have these small little poppers I'm dying to try in the surf for some barred perch. I know they bite them. You know, they bite Lucky Craft lures here in the surf, and they have these smaller, clear popper lures that I think will work. Well, anyway, Pete Thompson from Tuna Riot, he's on that video right now. He's going to tell you about some harrowing moments in New Zealand, battling sharks, giant yellowtail, while they were catching them on the poppers and using other methods. But he's also going to tell you how to use clear poppers here in SoCal, in northern Baja, and worldwide for that matter, and teach you how you can catch more and bigger fish right now on the Freedman Adventures YouTube channel. Check it out. I know you're going to enjoy Pete, and you're going to enjoy learning about how to fish those clear poppers. All right, let's get into SoCal, and there's just nothing going to be accomplished here. I want to show you the ocean, but nothing is going to be accomplished. Too dangerous. We've known this weather's coming for a while, and now it's going to worsen, and it is going to get downright nasty. It's capping already out here. We're at low tide. Once this starts to roll in here, it's really going to get dicey here for Surfside, California. At times we get a lot of surf up here on the beach, so we'll keep our eyes on it. It's been sculpin, it's been whitefish, it's been sheephead. It's been pretty darn good fishing on that. We've seen a few halibut up and down the coast, a little bit of bass here and there in Southern California. But now today we get to add rockfish. Rockfish season is open. Of course, the weather's not going to permit us to fish it for a couple of days, and maybe even a little bit longer than that. We'll be watching that for you very, very closely, and I'll be back. I might even stand out here in gale force winds tonight and see if I can do the evening update for you all. We'll see about that. I may not be that nuts, but for right now, it's just going to be a situation where we don't get much accomplished. The El Dorado made a trip to San Clemente Island a couple of days ago, and they had great fishing for whitefish over there at San Clemente Island, so that's going on. Catalina Island, it's been mostly a pick at the whitefish and rockfish. We'll get back to that here shortly. Also, the El Patron is getting ready for the 2025 season by putting brand spanking new engines in that beautiful boat there out of Long Beach sport fishing. The El Patron's getting ready to run, and you can become part of it. A few more weeks, I think, and they'll be ready to rock and roll. www.longbeachsportfishing.org. Get on the El Patron. She's going to have a magnificent season. She fishes from the early morning. She'll depart from Long Beach like at 5:30, I think it is, and then come back that evening. Sometimes they'll do an extended trip and go fish Santa Barbara Island. They're open to running you to the best fishing zones. Long Beach Sport Fishing and the El Patron headed in your direction here very, very soon. It's cold down here also this morning. Of course, I'm walking around in shorts and bare feet, so probably a little chillier for me than most, but once again, the wind's really starting to pick up here right now. I see those waves crashing up on the jetty, and even surf fishing is dangerous, and while you could probably fish that right now, I don't see anybody out here crazy enough to do that, and it can get downright dangerous. We do have a grunion run tonight. Forget it, way too dangerous tonight. As I mentioned, last night would probably be the last night. If you saw grunion last night or were out grunion hunting, drop a comment down below. I would love to hear how that went, but tonight is going to be a mess, dangerous down here for sure. In the Southern California surf, water temperatures are chilly right now, and that means barred perch from below the border all the way up into the Channel Islands. Barred perch biting pretty well. You fish those small camo grubs and the camo sandworms from Berkeley, and that's been producing some smaller barred perch here. We had seen some life up there in the Santa Monica Bay. One angler checked in with me. He was fishing up in the Santa Monica Bay. He had 3 halibut, a corbina, and a yellowfin croaker. I'm sorry I forgot your name, but man, you put the wood to him. If you're watching, drop a comment down below so we can all say congratulations, because that is one heck of a score in the surf in the wintertime. That is really excellent stuff. Happy to hear that. Don't forget about Big Fish Bait and Tackle down in the corner of Seal Beach Boulevard and Pacific Coast Highway. They await you with all the bait you'll need, the tackle. And I'm not just talking about them being your surf fishing headquarters in Southern California, which they are, but I'm talking about big game stuff, bluefin and everything in between. You can get it all down there at Big Fish Bait and Tackle. Don't forget to give away a free custom surf fishing rod, and it is beautiful. They are beautiful, I should say, because they give away 12. And all you have to do to participate is go in there, buy their ruler, and then you are in. You'll be able to participate. And I'm telling you, it's the best bargain in town. Buy the ruler one time, you take a photo of your prize catch, upload it to the Big Fish Bait and Tackle Instagram page. The species changes every month. So this month it's halibut, for example, and then next month it's barred perch, and then it's yellowfin croaker. So anyway, go to Big Fish Bait and Tackle, get all the details, and buy that ruler, and then you are in. By the way, we are doing our trip to Ensenada. We had to change the dates because there's a Baja 400 on September 12th through the 14th. So we're going to change it to September 19th through the 21st. If you want details on that, and Paulina and I are still working on firming that all up. Paulina, my co-host, who Scott Bucher threw such a beautiful party for last night. Paulina, I still have your card. Paulina and I are getting all that worked out with regard to the itinerary. But in the meantime, if you would like further details on that trip, just send me a text. I'll put you on the list. When those details become available, I'll send it out to you. 657-227-6459. All right, my friends, man, what a nasty day. What a beautiful day. Does that make any sense? It still is beautiful to be out here walking around and checking this out with you all. I deeply appreciate you making the time to join us. Don't forget, Tuna Riot Poppers, that video just dropped. Check it out. Find out how you can make those clear poppers work better for you than you ever imagined. They are available, by the way, at 22nd Street Landing. Just became available there at 22nd Street Landing. Go down there and see the boys in the ticket office / tackle store at 22nd Street and pick up some of those Tuna Riot clear poppers today. All right, my friends, what can I tell you? April Fool's Day, but I'm not fooling around. Stay off the water. It's going to be downright dangerous. Take care, and I hope to see you really, really soon. Take care, my friends. Have a great and beautiful Tuesday.